What are some signs your significant other is cheating on you? They downloaded Tinder because they just wanted to make friends. Or they suddenly, as in previously would share things with you, started becoming very secretive over their phone/computer and become defensive. I remember I did that because I am a completely gullible dingus who actually thought Tinder was a friend-making app. My girlfriend knew I was as gullible as that note on the ceiling, so she didn't take it to heart and was like, okay, enjoy making friends. I downloaded the app, looked at stuff for a few seconds and was like, this is straight up dating app. Lullaby, and my girlfriend laughed. You could tell me dogs are born purple and I would believe you if you told it convincingly enough. Disclaimer, I know what I did is wrong. One time I had this funny feeling, in the middle of the night, that something fishy was going on. She was spending a lot of time with friends from school, always without me, and never inviting me. So young and stupid me went through my, now ex's phone and found some very incriminating texts. I woke her up and simply said, I think you're cheating on me. Her response? Where's my phone? When they start accusing you of cheating out of nowhere. Not always true. This was the response from one of my exes I confronted about suspicion of cheating. Well, not so much suspicion as finding her on dating apps. One of my mates found her and tried to chat her up. As confirmation, she was down like laminate flooring, so he forwarded the convo onto me. If she's like that with a dude who would have popped up as a mutual friend, she didn't know he was in my tight friends group, what's she like with every other dude on the app? It just tied up the last piece of the puzzle for me with her odd behavior. I had suspicions beforehand from her behavior, but I had fairly solid proof now. Her response when I asked her if she still was interested in us? Are you accusing me of cheating? I bet it's you that's cheating if you've started accusing me. So the whole smelt it dealt it logic doesn't always hold water. Sometimes there is genuine reason for the suspicion. If they suspect you are but you aren't, think about what in your behavior may give them that impression. If there is seriously nothing, and be objective, then maybe they are crazy or cheating on you, but from experience, something has to set these suspicions off. Less or no sex, hides phone, disappears on Friday, Saturday night, moody, disrespects you. If you've become suspicious enough to make a Reddit thread asking for the telltale signs, that's probably a telltale sign. They leave to buy milk, return 1 hour later and forgot the milk. Picking fights when it's date night so they wind up leaving. Stories that don't add up. New lock code on the phone, new phone. Longer hours at work, less availability for you. Emotionally distant, less interaction. Less sex. When I was pretty sure my boyfriend was cheating on me with some hoe that cleaned out his car, seriously, it was sparkling and I'd been dating him for 3 years, so I knew it wasn't in his nature. I casually took off my shoes, tilted the seat back and left toe prints at eye level on the passenger side. He didn't notice me do it. Sure enough, she went ballistic the next time they were together. I was able to confirm the cheating. Cheating apps like Audio Manager, Hide It Pro, and the inability to put the effing phone down and being distracted a lot. Almost forgot. Being a heartless whore. A girl I worked with was having an affair with a colleague, and after he dumped his girlfriend for the new girl, it came out that all of her texts had been routed through an app that looked like an app for news about baseball. So if your other half had no interest in baseball and suddenly this app appears, there's your sign. We're in the UK, where baseball isn't even a thing. So God knows why he thought that was the right app to use. When they get distant and defensive, and stop trusting you, something is going on. If your significant other has a Facebook with 500 plus friends and all their posts about you, or tagged by you, are only liked by you and nobody else, something fishy is going on. Her Facebook relationship was also only visible by me. She also had a friend group on Facebook that excluded me, and a friend group that included only me so she could separate all her posts. Everything she was tagged in had to be approved by her too. What I noticed. Spends a lot more time with her phone, and all of it is top secret. Doesn't want to hang out with me on weekends, but her other friends. Has met a guy who is now her new best friend, he has a crush on her but she swears that's not a problem. More arguing and complaining. When they get way better at sucking dick out of nowhere. After she had a baby, I knew something was amiss. I had a vasectomy before I ever met her and things just weren't adding up. She kept claiming she was just gassy, which explained her large belly for a while. Then there's a baby and she's all, that baby was always here. Remember? Chicks, man. My biggest sign was, X gets home from work at 8, showers, leaves at 9 to go work out, oh whoops, stays at friend's place, isn't home till 3 p.m. the next day. I'm pretty much scarred from marriage. It is a mindfuck when a woman/man walks out and takes the kids. When they start using expressions they never used, start talking in a different way, because they are spending intimate time with other person, hence they pick up their speaking habits. Listen to your gut. If something feels off, odds are it probably is. Also keep in mind that if you go looking for something, you're probably gonna find it. She says she doesn't want to chill, but asks for a bag of weed. She always told you she enjoyed sex more stoned. She comes back home 14 hours later, face is really red around her mouth. She says she lost her bra and panties at her girlfriend's place, not to stress, they were just trying on clothes. She gets really snappy and bitchy. Says fine, you think I did something, let's have sex then, you decide to. Funny smell, from down below. You stop for a second, pull your junk out, and it's covered in a strange creamy substance. She gets texts at strange hours of the night. Such as, hey remember me, I'm Steve, you blew me last night in the KFC bathroom, or hey you little butt slut. Those could all be signs she is cheating on you. Now let's not jump to conclusions here. They get weirdly insecure, and when you ask questions about that coworker and their friendship, they become defensive immediately or over-explain simple interactions. This one is tricky to explain. It's like you ask for a follow-up on a story your SO told you about said coworker, and instead telling you how it turned out, they might be like, oh I don't know, it's not like we talk all the time, why would you think she told me? Or something similar. They just generally seem to be less interested in spending quality time together, like even when you do hang out, they're doing something else. Oh, and major red flag if they invite the other person they're seeing to hang out, and this person acts awkward towards you the whole time. Acts awkward towards only you, but friendly toward everyone else. Getting to know this person and watching how they interact with your SO should put your mind at ease, not raise more questions. I also learned that when someone is courting your SO, it's common for them to tell your SO a bunch of bullshit stories about how unlucky they are in love, how everyone seems to only want to sleep with them but not have a relationship, that kind of thing. It's a guilt trip, feel bad for me tactic. If they accuse you of giving them a STI. If this happens, absolutely do not have sex with them and get tested ASAP. I was completely clean and there is no way to explain yourself out of that one. For some backstory, he was abroad for a month, came back and told me he was hospitalized because of this STI, which is easily cured. When they have some random guy stick in their ass. Well, what if the guy tripped and fell right into her ass? Haven't heard of serendipity? Then they were still both naked together. Well, what if, and this is a big what if, they had to take their clothes off cause of a biohazard emergency? Trust your gut. Seriously. Ignorance is not bliss. If something is not right in your relationship, there's a good chance there's some signal going off internally that you are refusing to acknowledge. Don't rely on the hope that if something is wrong it'll jump right out in front of you via some explicit confirmation. Chances are it won't. As someone who's been cheated on too many times, I can tell you there may never be a sign. With the first girlfriend I kinda knew cause she stopped wanting to hang out as much, and then accidentally texted me a message meant for him. The second girlfriend to cheat on me was pretty notorious for how much she got around. However, we talked as the relationship started and she told me she wanted something more serious. Until there was the night my dorm was throwing a party, we had been in my room most of the night doing the hanky-panky, and then she left to use the restroom. It took longer than it should have and I figured I'd go make sure she wasn't puking or anything. Nope, just making out with two guys at the same time. The third girlfriend to cheat on me caught me 100% off guard. At this point, the "please don't cheat on me, just break up with me" was a preface to most of my relationships. She and I had discussed it. Honestly, I have some intimacy issues that I think stem from this trend, and for the 6 months we were together she honestly never showed a sign of cheating. That is until there was the night I texted her and in response I got a picture of her sucking another dude's dick. I didn't even respond, just ghosted her. We spent all of our time together, we had no secrets, and we ran in similar social circles. I still don't know how long she cheated on me, but I do know that it was the final straw. Her friends even messaged me after to tell me how dumb they thought she was being. I haven't dated since solely because I realize now anyone could cheat. These 3 girls come from opposite social circles: athletic lacrosse player, hippie stoner, nerdy girl, and none of them came across as cheaters when we started together. I'd say if you're nervous USO is cheating, confront them. Either there is a misunderstanding and you can hope to move past it, or they're cheating on you and it's better to just end it. Up to you though, and good luck. They have 3 people named Mommy on their phone. That's such a relief because my girlfriend has only 3 people named Daddy.